Welcome guys to another tutorial. Today we'll be making an halter neck blouse, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to apply the various contours that we'll be using. This is the sketch of the blouse, the halter neck blouse that we'll be making. It's a free blouse. It has Mandarin collar and gathers at the front, and then I'll be using my basic patterns already drafted. This is my front pattern and this is the back. This is the fabric I'll be using. It's about 1.5 yards, and that will be enough. So let's start with the front pattern. So for this blouse, I won't be sewing my waist dart, so I'm going to take out my waist dart from the side. Okay, so you can draft your pattern with only the bust dart to avoid this particular process. Okay, so I'm just going to connect from my waist to my hip right now. Okay, and then I'll cut out that part. So right now I'm left with only the bust dart. Okay, so I'm just going to erase the waist dart so that I don't get confused. All right, so I'm going to measure my neckline. Because I'm adding a Mandarin collar, I won't be using my basic neck. I'll just step up by 1/2 inch from my basic neck. You can do 3/4, it's fine, but I'm using half for this one. So I'm using 3 inches as the depth of my neck. Normally I would use 4, 3.5 or 4. I'm using 3 for this pattern. Okay, so I'm just cutting that out. And then I'll be working on the neckline area to introduce the gathers. I'll be doing that by transferring the excess from my bust dart to the neckline. So I'll just connect from the neckline to my bust point, which is the focal point. Okay. And then I'll draw more lines. I just want to spread the dart across the neckline. So I'll just draw like 2 more lines. Okay. 2 more lines. That's 3 in total. Okay. So I'll just cut to the bust point and then close my bust dart. Okay, so I'll just open up the other lines and then spread the excess across the 3 openings. Okay, so this is my pattern on the brown paper, and what I'll be doing next is I'm going to work on the halter neckline area. I'll be connecting from the tip of the shoulder there to the armhole area. Okay, I should have done this from the beginning, but I guess it skipped my mind. Okay, so I'm just marking my bust arc, which is the difference from my bust point to my under bust, and then I'll connect a line from the bust point to my shoulder tip there. Okay, so on the bust arc, where the bust arc touches this line, I'm going to be marking 5/8, which is a combination of contour 2 and 3. Contour 2 is 3/8. Contour 4 and 3 is 1/4, and 1/4 plus 3/8 is 5/8. So I'll just connect that point to the tip of the shoulder to form the triangle for the contour. And then where it touches the halter neckline style line, I'll just close the line and then redraw. When you close, you notice a shift in the line, so you just have to redraw the line to straighten it out. So I'm just gonna redraw the line to straighten it out. Okay. Okay, so I'll just mark the full length of my blouse. I'm stepping down from my waist by 7 inches. Okay, so just square a line and then I'll go up by 1 inch from the side to give it a rounded M line. Okay, I'll just curve it and then cut out. So I'm done with the drafting. I'll just cut out everything and show you what it looks like. Okay, to cut out the neckline area, I'm gonna pleat from one point to the other, forming the initial neckline. Okay, so just watch what I'll be doing. So once I've gotten the initial neckline, I'll just cut it out. And this is what my pattern looks like right now. Okay, this is what I'll be cutting on my fabric. Okay, and then for the back pattern, I'll just start by marking the full length of my blouse. Square a line and then step up by 1 inch from the side and connect to the curved line. Okay, so I'll just cut that out, and this is the full length of my blouse for the back. So I'll just draw the alternate style line starting from the tip of the neck all the way to the armhole, and that is it. Now I'll also remove the darts for the back. I'll just take out the darts from the back, connect to the armhole, and then connect to the M line. Okay, so I won't be sewing any darts on this pattern. So you can start by not even adding your darts. That's a waist dart. You can draft your pattern without the waist dart, but ensure that you put the bust dart for the front so that you can use it for the gathers that will be at the center front. Okay, so I'll just cut out this part right now, and this is my halter neckline. Okay, so I'll do my contour 8 just to further tighten the sides. That's the armhole area, and the contour 8 is half inch. I'll take out half inch from the armhole. Okay, and I'll also do it at the front. I forgot to do it at the front, so I'll just do it at the front also. Okay, this will help to tighten the halter neckline around the armhole area. Everything will just be firm. I won't be having gaping or looseness around the armhole area. Okay, so I'll just cut out, that's half inch, connect to your waist, and that's the contour 8. Okay, so I'll just cut out this side too. So the contours I use for this pattern are contour 2 and 3 combined together as 5/8 and contour 8. These are the contours that I used. Okay, so I'm done with my pattern drafting for the front and the back, and this is what my patterns look like. Okay, all right, so let's cut on the fabric. This is my back pattern on my fabric. I'm going to extend this part here, and then I'll extend it by 4 inches. because I want the top to be very free, like an A-line top, so A-line blouse. So I'm gonna mark 4 inches from this point here, from the side, 4 inches, and then I'll connect to 1 inch at this point. That's this bust area, 1 inch. That's the same allowance I'll be sewing. Okay, so it's gonna be fitted at the top and free at the hem line. And then for the center back area, I want to drop the center back a bit. I want it to be longer. So I'll just step down by 3 inches. 3 inches is fine. I'll just step down by 3 inches and then connect. I'll be leaving ½ inch seam allowance at the center back area. So I'll just connect this point to the side. And that's it. And then I'll add ½ inch to the center back all the way, ½ inch. Okay, so I'll just cut out at this point. That's all I'll be doing for the back. Okay guys, so this is what the back looks like after cutting. So let's work on the front. I'll just extend the side of the front. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll extend the side of the front by 4 inches. You know, I extended the back by 4 inches. So I'll just repeat the same thing at the front, 4 inches, and then connect to the bust area. I'll be taking 1 inch at the bust area. I'll be connecting the 4 inches at the hem line to the 1 inch at the bust area. That's basically all I'll be doing for the side. Then I'll add ½ inch to the hem line for hemming. Okay, so I'll just cut right now. To cut the neckline, I'm going to pleat all the dart legs. I'm going to pleat them together to form the original neckline. Okay, so I'm going to bring all the dart legs together. I'll pleat them and then I'll cut, leaving ½ inch seam allowance. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. That's it. So these parts will be gathered. I'll be gathering these parts on the Mandarin collar. That's what I'll be using to finish the neckline. So these are my patterns for the back and the front. This is what it looks like. Alright guys, so for the Mandarin collar, I'm just going to measure my neckline. That's the original neckline for the back and the front. So I'll just take note of that. And then I'll also measure the back. Okay, so whatever I have is what I'll be using to draft my collar. Okay, so I'll just start with a straight line, vertical and horizontal line, and then I'll mark the height of the collar, which is 1.25, and then I'll mark my back neckline measurements, then the front. Okay, so at this point here, which is going to be my center front, I'll step up by ½ inch. Then I will connect with a slight curve to where my back neckline stopped. Then I'll square a line upwards from that point. Mark 1.25, which is the height of my Mandarin collar. Then connect from that point to where my center back is. And this is all I'll be doing for the collar. the collar will open at the back. Okay, so the center front will be cut on fold. The center front of my collar is on fold, and I'm just going to mark 1.5 inches from the center back area because I'm going to have like an overlap at the back where I'll be fixing my hook. So I just cut with half-inch seam allowance at the top and the bottom, 1.5 at the center back area. And then I'll be adding my interfacing to the collar. Okay, so I'm just notching the upper part where I'll be sewing. Okay guys, so this is all for the pattern drafting and cutting. So let's get to sewing. I'll just take out my pins and then I'll be going to, so I'm going to gather the front neckline. I'm going to draw gathers on the front neckline. Now for the back, what I'll be doing at the back is to sew the center back on half-inch seam allowance. Okay, now at the center back from the neckline, the top of the neckline where the Mandarin collar is, I'm going to step down by 7 inches for a slit so I can easily wear the top, the blouse. Okay, so I just step down by 7 inches. Okay, so when I sew, I'm going to stop at that notch and then I'll add my interfacing. Okay guys, I've ironed my interfacing on the collar. That's the two of the collar, the two parts, the front and the back. So I'm going to sew right now. I'll be sewing the upper part of the interfacing, just the upper part. Then I'll do an understitch. So the part where I'm pinning is where I'll be sewing. Okay. So guys, I've sewn and I've given it a good press. Okay. I did my understitch. Okay, so I've joined the back up to where the notch is and I've ironed it to open up the seam. And this is the front. I've drawn gathers. Okay, let me just draw the gathers. Okay, so I'm going to gather it to the exact size of the neckline. Please take note, the gathers should not be too free or too tight. So in order to get the exact neckline measurement, I'll just pin it down and then bring my pattern to measure. The next thing will be to finish the neckline by joining the shoulder and attaching the collar. Okay, so I'll just place the Mandarin collar on the center front. Remember there is a notch on the collar. Okay, so I'll just take the notch on the collar. I'll be sewing one side, that's the front part, to the front part of my neckline first. So I'll just pin it down. Okay, so I'll just match it in such a way that um, the tip of the neck, I'll sew like 3/4 inch in, just a little, to join the front and the back together. Okay, then I'll continue sewing with my collar. So I'll do the same thing for this side. I'll join the tip of the neck. I'll sew in I'll sew in like 3/4 inches, so I can have the front and the back joined together. Then I'll continue with my collar. So I've sewn one part of the collar. I've joined the collar to the front and the back. Then the next thing will be to complete the collar. I'll just take it, I'll fold it in such a way that the seam line from the previous stitch is hidden inside the collar, and then I'll sew from the front. I'm making a stitch in the ditch from the front, okay, just to give it a very neat finishing. Okay, I'll be sewing from the front of my collar, and then I'll finish this other side neatly. Then for the halter neckline area, I'm going to be using my bias tape to finish all the sides, and then okay guys, I'm done with the neckline. I'm done with the Mandarin collar, and I have used my bias tape to finish the halter neckline area. The next thing I'll do is to work on the sides. I'm going to join the front and the back on the sides using the 1 inch seam allowance. Okay, so I'll just join it all the way to the hem line, and then for the hem line I'm going to use my bias tape to finish the hem line also. Okay, and that will be all for this top. As you can see guys, I'm done. So I also finished the slit on the center back. I just sewed it down, okay, just to finish it neatly, and my top is ready. Can you see guys? Very easy and beautiful. Okay, so I'll just take it to my ironing table and then iron it out neatly. Okay guys, so this is the final result of our halter neck blouse. Thank you guys for watching till the end. I really appreciate. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you've not done that already, and click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys. Do have a lovely day. Bye.